reached the first Friday of September, which means we're about 5 days past Billy Joe Armstrong's bedtime. And for the rest of us, it means the high school football season is officially in full swing. We had a loaded Week 2 slate, so let's kick it off up north with our game of the week where Bozeman and Glacier clash in a 2023 state title rematch. And this one is a battle of the undefeated, but Bozeman knows they've got an uphill battle going against a Wolfpack team that's looking like big-time title contenders. And what do you know? First quarter, right on cue, Jackson Presley shows off the D1 caliber arm, leaving it upstairs where only Dylan Banzik can grab it. Wolfpack up 7-0 in a hurry, and before the Hawks even know what hit them, Cooper Pelk reads the screenplay like a book, and he's got nothing but grass ahead as Glacier doubles its lead to 14 before the school buses have found a place to park. New quarter, same story as Jackson Presley spreads the love, finding Ethan Kastelitz, who has his defender lost in space on his road to pay dirt, and this one wasn't getting any closer as this Wolfpack maintains their status as top dogs for another week, taking it 62-21. Let's keep the nostalgia rolling into Manhattan as we have a 2023 Class B championship rematch between the Florence Carlton Falcons and the Manhattan Tigers. Will history repeat itself? Let's find out. It was a stalemate to begin this matchup, but Manhattan draws first blood as quarterback Tyson Pavlik rolls out, looks to the corner, and finds Braden Zickman for the tutty. What a throw and catch from Pavlik to Zickman to grab the early 6-0 score, but that's not the end for Zickman as Florence's Brody Duchesne pump fakes, fires off the pigskin, hoping to find his receiver downfield, and the ball ends up in Zickman's arms. A tutty and an INT in the first half. Okay, young man, we see you. That's not the end of the turnover party. For the Tigers, Duchesne rolls out this time, searching for his big tight end, but Matthew Fenno jumps up for the ball and brings it down for another interception. Manhattan's defense continues to roll. Both defenses came to play tonight, but it's the Tigers pouncing on the Falcons with sweet redemption from 2023. Manhattan takes this revenge game 18-6. And over in Frenchtown, we've got two world-class teams. Frenchtown Bronx going up against the Columbia Falls Wildcats. The game kicked off. Get it with the Bronx. Cody Johnson sprinting down the field for major yards. This is just a preview of how much this kid ran all night. Like Bruce Springsteen, he's simply born to run. The Wildcats weren't leading with their best foot forward. A missed snap led to the Bronx. Connor Klimple forcing the rival quarterback to take a cat nap in the end zone, giving way to an early safety for the Frenchtown Heroes. Without a spin, Junior Cooper Mishad makes his way to the first touchdown for the Bronx. Not long after, Jordan Warner catches a laser, gaining the second touchdown of the night. You know, I hate to be a bully to a bunch of kids, but the Wildcats just couldn't get their claws into any action tonight. From offense to defense, Frenchtown wins, showing they are a force to be reckoned with, as Frenchtown proves they're the coolest cats in town, taking it 37-6. And don't go anywhere when Big Sky Friday night continues with more action. But first, let's check out our scoreboards before the break.
Big Sky Friday.
Nights. We'll dive right back into the action, send it out to Bozeman, where the Gallatin Raptors return home after a gritty win in the mining city week 1. That's where we'll find NBC's Tommy Rooney join us live and making his Big Sky Friday Nights debut. Van Winkle rocking tonight, Tommy?
Thank you, Alex. And I get it. You're probably at home saying, oh, look at the new guy. He's wearing a jacket in September. He's soft. But you know who's not soft? The Gallatin Raptors football team. And let me show you in these highlights. A rematch of last year's quarterfinal game, the Gallatin Raptors going up against the Helena Bengals in a highly anticipated matchup, and the student section went with the Hawaiian night theme. Now, second drive of the game, quarterback Sam Litzman is going to hit Carter Dulkey on the walk-in touchdown with the cheap shot after, but he's all good. It's 14-0 Raptors in the first. Then the surprise onside kick with the lead in the first quarter. What is going on? Cash Cowdrey is going to recover the onside kick for the Raptors. And once again, they're in scoring position. And it got me on the fake here. And Sam Litzman is going to find Tyson Shield, who's going to lay the boomstick and walk into the end zone. It's 21-0 Raptors in the first quarter. Then we're going to hit the flea flicker. They're pulling out all the stops in this one. The deep ball goes to Bobby Gutzman. And it is now a 35-0 ball game for the Raps. And they would go on to win 42-13. The Gallatin Raptors will be back here at Van Winkle Stadium next Friday night at 7 p.m. for a matchup against Skyview. In Bozeman, NBC Montana, I'm Tommy Rooney.
All right, thanks, Tommy. Try to stay warm out there. And let's head back to Missoula for our next matchup.
I say 1, you say 11. 1! 11!
Safe to say Hellgate's fired up, looking to pull off a major upset against a Billings West team that's still licking its wounds from a week 1 loss to Glacier. And late first quarter, future Grizz Parker Link sounds the alarms, snags the one-handed pick, and nobody's catching him as the Knights go up 7-0. But the real chaos starts the next drive as Will Petrino deflects the pass and somehow comes down with the pick deep in Golden Bear territory. And Vince Paffhausen makes West pay with a dart to Everett Roberts as Hellgate extends the lead to 14, but these Bears don't hibernate long. Next drive, CJ Johnson gets West back on track with the 80-yard score to Elias Bonner, and Johnson smells blood in the water. Back on offense, he goes deep again, and this time the Moose is loose. Future Michigan Wolverine Matt Ludwig ties this ball game back at 14, and right before half, Johnson, he's going to escape the trouble, throws one on the run, and Jackson King puts the Golden Bears back on top, and that's where they'd stay as they avoid the upset, taking it 56-14. And now we move to Class B, with Huntley Project seeking revenge for a first-round playoff loss and Three Forks hungry for a win in their home opener. Wolves with a howling start. Cannon Richmond tosses up a jump ball to Gavin Etchison, draws a little contact and says, I still got you. They would put 6 on the board. Red Devils aren't daunted. 4th and short, and Blake Ramaker. The check down to Tucker Kazmarek to even things up, but the Wolves come back as a pack. Richmond might be the strongest QB in Class B. The 6'4" bruiser helps Three Forks score with this nasty run, and he looks the part on defense as well. Richmond right down Broadway for the sack. Lots of two-way players on the Wolves. Etchison, the pick here that Three Forks quickly converts to a tutty as Richmond feeds a wide open Marcus Pestle. 1 minute left, first half. Highlight play for Huntley. Kazmarek, the 22-yard tippy-toe grab for the score. Nice dime from Ramaker, but 1 minute is way too much time for the Wolves. Richmond to Etchison twice for big gains, and it's a 20-point lead at half as Three Forks looks like a true contender in Class B, earning the massive 51-26 victory over Huntley Project. And when we get back, it's time to find our Week 2 Play of the Week winner. But first, let's check on some more scoreboards before the break.